Peace, family. Conjure Queen here. And you already know today is Wednesday. Today is St. Expedito's day. And you know I got to give St. Expedito a shout out because your boy came through for your girl like he always do. And for those who don't know who St. Expedite is, let me just quickly introduce him. Okay. St. Expedite is a powerful ass saint. Now, for those who practice Santeria, for those who work with the saints, for those who work with deities, spirits, and things of that nature, I would definitely recommend working with Saint Expedite because he comes through quickly, hence his name. You will work with St. Expedite if you need results quickly. Let's say if you got a court case coming up, if you need some quick money. Let's say you in a pinch and you need a miracle, honey. I mean, like you need some divine intervention to come through and pull you up out of a situation. St. Expedite is the main man to call. Because anybody in here ever work with St. Expedite? Let me see some hands in the building. Anybody? Shout out to the family in the building. Anybody work with St. Expedite before? If you work with St. Expedite and if he's helped you, drop it down in the comments. Talk to me. Let me know. Because for those who don't know about him, listen, I always tell you this. If he come through, make sure you have that pound cake on deck. Because that's all he asks for. He a simple dude. He don't ask for much. You know what? He don't even say you got to pay him up front. He like, look, you ain't even got to pay me. He's so confident in his shit. He be like, look. Pay me after I do it. Never pay St. Expedite before he do the work. Because if you pay him before, he ain't going to do shit. Okay? He's a trickster spirit. He's a mercurial spirit. And spirits who tend to err on the energy of Mercury, they are tricky. Right? They're very clever. And if you're not witty or if you're not specific with what you want, you could get tripped up. Okay. So with St. Expedite, make sure that you're very specific on what you want. And for those who want to know, like, how do I work with him, the specifics and all of that, I actually have a YouTube video that talks about it. It's called Working with St. Expedite, right? It's one of my older videos that I did a while ago, but it's a classic and it never gets old. You feel me? So St. Expedite, he's so confident in his ish. He's like, listen, pay me after. Once he comes through for you, you don't even got to give him the world. All you got to do is give him a pound cake. That's it, honey. It could be a slice of a pound cake, right? And if you really want to splurge for him, buy him. You can get him some drinks. You could do all that other stuff. He's not asking for it, but it's nice. But he just asked for some pound cake. Is that a lot to ask for? I don't think so. And I've been working with St. Expedite for a very, very, very long time. And I have a very cool relationship with him. And listen, if you have issues with contacting St. Expedite, because I know some people told me that St. Expedite didn't work for them. And they called him several times and he just doesn't come through. I find that sometimes some spirits just don't like working with certain people. And there's nothing wrong with you. He probably just don't really want to work with your energy. And that's okay. It's just like, not everybody's going to be for you. You're not going to want to be friends with everybody. You're not going to want to do business deals with every business, right? Exactly. So what resonates with your energy, you're going to work with that. And that's just kind of how St. Expedite is. No shade, no harm. It's just how it is. Some entities, some energies don't want to work with me. And that's cool because I don't want to work with every entity either. But if you have issues with working with St. Expedite and you need some quick results or something like that, like you can hit me up because that's my boy. And just like any situation, when it comes to spirits, it's all about building a relationship, right? A spirit is going to come through for somebody that they've been working with for years versus somebody that they don't even know. Right? Because think about it. Let's say you've been working in the company for a long time. Like you got pulled, right? Like you cool with the CEO, you cool with the owner, you cool with everybody. Like everybody know you. And here come your friend. Your friend is looking for a job. Now, because you made a name for yourself and you cool with that company, if you pull your friend in, right, your friend is going to have a better leg up than everybody else because you was able to pull them in. Versus, let's say they come into this company going into an interview not knowing anybody, not having any connections, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. Same applies in the spiritual realm, right? Because you may not even be as experienced spiritually or magically. You could be a newbie in this shit. But if you have a really good relationship with your ancestors, with a spirit, whatever, right? that one spirit, you don't need a ton of them. It could just be your one main squeeze. Okay? Your one main squeeze. That one spirit, you go to them and you be like, look, I really need this. They're going to come through for you because you built that connection, right? This is why I always compare like these spiritual philosophies, these higher sciences. I break them down in simple terms because really, when you think about it, spirits are just like us. They just don't have a physical body, because at the end of the day, we are spirits. We just have a physical body. We have a vessel in order to operate in this third dimensional reality. Once you start to grasp that and you realize that spirits are not as scary and paranormal and foreign as they make it seem, it's really just, we all a spirit. Some have bodies, some don't. That's it. Y'all probably got a whole bunch of spirits in y'all house and you don't even know it. And if you want to be like me, whenever I move, and I always give an offering to the spirit of the house. Every house has a spirit, right? Every part of land is a spirit that governs it. If you want to be protected, if you want to make sure you don't make no enemies unnecessarily or step onto fairy turf unnecessarily or unwarranted, put a little offering out. Peace offering, right? Burn some tobacco, burn some sage, put some food out. Just let the spirits know you ain't got no beef. Same thing with Saint Expedite, right? Like I said, he's an easy saint to work with. And if you never worked with spirits before, I always say, like, start working with the saints first, right? Before you start branching off and working with the Lua, like the Haitian spirits, and working with like demons and working with like these ancient powerful gods, right? Like, don't take baby steps and understand where your level is at. But yeah, I just wanted to shout out Saint Expedite and talk about him because I know that he's a powerful ass saint. He came through for me once again. And you know, I'm doing my due diligence. I'm about to put out his pound cake in a little minute. But yeah, if you guys work with Saint Expedite, if you have any questions about Saint Expedite, drop it down below. Let people know what Saint Expedite has done for you so that you too can inspire other people to work with him. Because y'all know how this goes, right? But once Saint Expedite is your homeboy, he's always going to look out for you whenever you call him. And understand this, I'll just say this one time, right? If you're going to work with these spirits, don't be a pain in the ass, okay? Because nobody likes a person that only calls us when they want something, right? Raise your hands. Who in here knows somebody that only calls you when they want to cry about something, they want to vent about something, or they need something, right? But when they good, you don't hear from them. Right? Spirits feel some type of way when we treat them like that. Right? The same way we feel when people do that to us, they feel like that too. Because at the end of the day, right, these are energies, entities. Right? And you're building a relationship with them. So if you only hitting them up, you only hitting up your ancestors, your spirit guides when you need something, they're going to stop helping you. And you're going to start noticing that you won't dream as much anymore. Your spells won't hit as much anymore. And you're going to start feeling like they're not really around you like they used to be anymore. Because they're intentionally pulling away so you can learn a lesson. Which is stop calling on them only when you need shit. Right? Stop using them just for that. But what you want to do is just talk to them on a regular. Talk to them on a daily. Build a relationship with them. And honestly, contrary to what most people think, I rarely call on spirits to do things for me. Like, rarely. And they always tell me too. They be like, listen, you know you ain't got to do this by yourself, right? Like, that's what we here for. I be like, listen, I only call y'all when I really need something. Okay? And because of that, because I only call once in a while when I need them, but I always still feed them anyway, that's why it's never a problem. Because I hardly ask. Right? There's an old saying they say in the ancient Egyptian mystery schools, right? Like when they used to work with the Neteru, which is the Egyptian gods or the Kemetic gods, they say that the Neteru only help those who help themselves. If they realize that you always calling on them and you ain't doing nothing to change your situation, they are not going to help you, especially the Neteru, especially the Petro spirits and the Lua Petro spirits, where you work with the Haitian voodoo spirits. There's certain spirits that have a very, very, very low tolerance for bullshit. So I'm telling you this now. Some of the saints may be forgiven. But if you step into certain territory where other spirits are more volatile and they're moody and they have a very short fuse, things may not go well for you. Okay, and next thing you know, you're going to be calling me, CQ, kid, the spirits is bothering me. Everything's going wrong. And then I'll figure out what happened. It's like, oh, you upset at the spirit. Gotta fix that now. It's very easy to piss off some spirits. Okay? But anyway, I love you guys. Shout out to Saint Expedite once again. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow is my birthday. Shout out to the Cancers. Shout out to the crab cakes, Krabby Patties out there. Ashe, my Cancer family. And you know, I'm finna turn up this whole month of July because that's what I do. That's what I do, boo. But anyway, y'all, I'll talk to y'all. If you are new, once again, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, and also comment below and let me know if you have any questions. Until next time, Conjure Queen signing out. Peace.